You sent a customer survey on Monday. By Friday, you have 700 responses, and half include open comments that look important. The problem is, reading them all means giving up Saturday, creating spreadsheet columns, and pretending your eyes still understand human language by comment 325. This is exactly where a survey analysis can help. Not by replacing judgment, but by doing the first messy sorting pass. Today we're looking at SurveyMonkey, Typeform, and Qualtrics, three familiar survey tools now adding AI to summarize comments, spot themes, and read sentiment. SurveyMonkey says its AI analysis suite can identify themes, summarize open text responses, classify sentiment, and flag duplicate or low-quality answers. SurveyMonkey also says you can ask questions about results and get insights, summaries, and charts back, instead of manually building every pivot table. That matters because most small teams don't have a research analyst waiting around. They have a marketing lead, an AR manager, and a deadline. Before you click summarize, keep the original response tied to every result. If the A says delivery is the top complaint, you need the actual words. My first move, split responses before summarizing. New customers, churned customers, longtime customers, same A, very different patterns. Picture a product survey after a confusing software launch. The rating scores are fine. The comments, though, keep saying something feels slow. One person says onboarding took too long. Another says setup was clunky. A third complains support answered late. Is that one issue or three? Typeform describes its A in three stages. Creator A for building forms, interaction A for responses, and insights A for analyzing collected data. Typeforms clarify, with AI can ask interview, style follow, up questions when someone gives a vague open-ended answer, which is genuinely useful. That follow, up step changes the quality of the data. Instead of getting it was confusing, you might learn the pricing page caused the confusion. SurveyMonkey's AI is more about after the fact analysis. You collect the survey, open results, then ask what themes are showing up. Its feature page emphasizes theme detection, open, response summaries, sentiment labels, and quality checks for responses that may be duplicates or low effort. Sentiment is helpful, but treat it like a receipt, not a verdict. Positive, negative, and neutral are rough buckets, not emotional truth. A comment like support was very responsive once I reached the right person might be tagged positive, but the real problem is routing. So don't ask only for a summary. Ask for themes, rough counts, representative comments, and the comments that do not fit the theme. Try this prompt inside the tool. Show the top themes, then give me 5 examples and 2 counterexamples for each. Qualtrics Text, i.e., lets users assign topics to feedback, run sentiment analysis, and report results with dynamic widgets in the platform. Qualtrics says basic text, i.e., has a 20,000 response limit per survey, while advanced text, i.e., supports unlimited responses per survey. That tells you something about positioning. Qualtrics is built for heavier programs. SurveyMonkey and Typeform feel friendlier for lighter team workflows. But don't choose by feature checklist alone. Choose by where your feedback already lives, who needs to read it, and how sensitive it is. Verification is simple. Pick the AI's biggest theme. Open 15 to 20 comments inside it. Ask, would I group these together? This is where nuance gets flattened. I may combine too expensive, billing mistake, and unclear renewal under one giant pricing bucket. For a decision, those are different. One is value perception, one is operations, one is legal risk. Same sentiment, different owner. Ask the A to split broad themes into causes, not feelings. Pricing frustration is less useful than surprise renewal fee. Minority themes matter too. If 8% of comments mention accessibility, that might be more urgent than 28% asking for nicer colors. Segment before you summarize. A small complaint from enterprise customers can be worth more than a loud complaint from free trial users. Create one summary for everyone, then separate summaries for your most important groups. Compare with... For employee surveys, the same principle applies. Overall morale can look fine while one department is quietly telling you the process is broken. Be careful with confidentiality. Small slices can accidentally identify people, especially when comments mention managers, locations, or unusual situations. Typeform says customer data is not used to train external AI models, and qualitative analysis uses a private Anthropic instance. That's reassuring, but still read your vendor's data policy, especially if you're analyzing employee complaints, health comments, or customer account details. Where these tools shine is compression. They take hundreds of messy comments and give you a first map in minutes. SurveyMonkey specifically mentions flagging low quality and duplicate responses, which can save you from counting spam, jokes, or copy-pasted complaints. Cleaning that noise first matters, otherwise your biggest theme may simply be one angry person submitting the same comment over and over. Where the tools stumble is context. Sarcasm, regional slang, product nicknames, and polite corporate language can all confuse sentiment analysis. If your customers write in shorthand, teach the tool. Rename topics, merge wrong ones, and keep a short codebook for next time. Here's the quality check. Read 10 random comments, the A marked negative, 10 positive, and 10 neutral. Look for obvious misses. Let's make this practical. You have 700 comments from a post, purchase survey. No analyst. Leadership wants an answer tomorrow morning. Step 1. Run the A theme summary. Step 2. Export or save the theme list with example comments attached. Step 3. Rename themes in plain business language. Ooks friction becomes customers cannot find setup instructions. Much better. Watch for lazy giant buckets. Customer experience is not a theme. That's the whole survey wearing a trench coat. Split operational issues from product requests. Shipping took 9 days, should not sit beside, please add dark mode. Representative quotes are useful in meetings because they make the pattern. Ask for ordinary examples too. The boring comment repeated 80 times is often more important than the perfect spicy quote. For every recommended action, attach 3 raw comments. If you cannot find supporting comments, the recommendation is probably just a polished guess. Charts help, but they can make weak evidence look official. A beautiful bar chart still depends on whether the comments were grouped correctly. So when someone says A found the top issue, ask which comments did it read and how were they categorized. Before changing policy, read every comment inside the relevant theme if the count is small. 10 angry comments can change your interpretation. SurveyMonkey's page also highlights asking natural language questions about survey results, which is handy when leaders ask unexpected follow-ups live. Use that chat style analysis for weird questions. What did first time buyers complain about that repeat buyers did not? That's where value appears. Another good question, what themes become more important if we remove comments from people who gave the lowest rating? Typeform's follow-up approach is different because it improves answers before analysis. That is underrated. Better input usually beats fancier summarizing. If your original question was vague, AI analysis can only rescue so much. Any thoughts? Produces fog. What almost stopped you buying? Produce a signal? Next survey, write one open-ended question for each decision you might make. If no decision depends on it, cut the question. Qualtrics feels heavier, but that heaviness can be useful. Large organizations need topic rules, widgets, permissions, and repeatable reporting. If you run employee engagement surveys every quarter, repeatability matters. You want themes tracked consistently, not reinvented every time. My rough verdict, SurveyMonkey is easiest for quick analysis, Typeform is strongest when you want better answers, Qualtrics suits serious feedback operations. Choose based on your bottleneck. If people give thin answers, look at Typeform. If comments are piling up, start with analysis tools. This week, take one old survey and rerun the comments through your platform's eye. Don't publish the summary yet, audit it first. Privacy deserves its own pause. Open comments often contain names, medical details, salary complaints, or customer stories people did not expect to travel. Don't upload sensitive raw comments to any tool your organization has not approved, especially for HR, legal, education, or healthcare contexts. One practical step, remove names, emails, account IDs, and unusually identifying details before analysis when your policy requires it. Now imagine the leadership meeting. You do not walk in saying, "The AA says customers hate onboarding. Too vague. Too easy to dismiss." Walk in with evidence. Onboarding confusion appeared in 22% of comments, mostly from new customers, with setup instructions mentioned repeatedly. Then show the theme, the count, 3 comments, and 1 counterexample. That keeps the conversation honest and grounded. If this kind of practical A testing helps, a quick like or subscribe really does help more people find the show. Thank you. The one thing to try, ask your survey tool for themes, then manually read examples before you act. That's the whole discipline. I will not know your customers better than you do, but it can point to the pile you should read first. And if it saves your Saturday without flattening the truth, that is an A tool that works.